Welcome to today's video on Maximalist Interiors. The book is called More is More is More, Today's Maximalist Interiors. And let me tell you, it's an explosion of creativity and style in every corner. Now, I've paged through this book more times than I care to admit. It's chock full of color, pattern, texture, and tons of creativity, all coming together in a way that's somehow therapeutic. I never thought I'd say that about a room filled to the brim with these elements, but here we are. One of my favorite parts is seeing how designers always use a sense of surprise, that little spark that makes you go, wow, I never would have thought of that. And that's really the beauty of maximalism. It keeps you guessing and keeps your eyes moving around the room, always discovering something new. Some of these rooms I could spend all day in, feeling snug, exhilarated, content, pure happiness. They are lavish, daring, unapologetic, and completely gorgeous. I'd argue the world would be a much sadder, much duller place without them. Even if it's not my everyday style, I couldn't help but be drawn to so many of these rooms. They've got this energy, this exuberance that just makes you smile. Maximalism is very much in vogue right now. Maybe it's because we all need a little brightness and joy in our lives after years of more subdued styles. Or maybe it's just a reaction to all that mid-century minimalism. Either way, it's fun, it's fresh, and it's fabulous. If there's one thing that really defines maximalism, it's the bold use of color. Lush, vibrant hues that just make a room sing. And here's the fun part. With maximalism, you get to throw the rule book right out the window. Forget everything you learned in color theory class and get ready to play. So how do you bring this fearless use of color into your own home? Well, it starts with being willing to take some risks. Don't be afraid to go for those bold, assertive shades that catch the eye and make your space truly unique. Think about colors that make you feel something, joyful, energized, maybe even a little rebellious. But how do you know if you've nailed that perfect color or combination? I say we take a cue from the great Dorothy Draper, who famously said, "If it looks right, it is right." Trust your instincts. If it makes you smile every time you walk into the room, then you've got it. Now, if you're really ready to make a bold statement, consider going all in with a single color. Yes, I'm talking walls, ceiling, trim, the whole shebang. It sounds daring, but trust me, it can be so satisfying. I've recently color drenched my entire living room in navy blue, and while it was a decorating risk I was willing to take, I couldn't be more pleased with the outcome. Don't be afraid to experiment and have a little fun with color. And after all, your home should be a reflection of who you are, bold, beautiful, and one of a kind. Go ahead and make it yours. So here's the thing about maximalism. It doesn't always mean filling every nook and cranny of a room with as much as you can. But if you're wondering how to use elements in a maximalist way, there are 3 approaches that always work like magic: manipulating scale, focusing on a single standout piece, or repeating a collection throughout the room. Don't be afraid to make a statement with big, bold pieces, even in a small room. A single, imposing piece, whether it's a massive vintage mirror, or a dramatic chandelier, or a foot. But if you're going for something grand, remember to leave some breathing room. Those dynamic pieces need a bit of negative space to be truly appreciated. Next, there's the idea of singularity. A single element can stand out because of its rarity, its uniqueness, or just the way it's positioned in a room. Imagine an antique 4-poster bed set against a beautifully stenciled floor, surrounded by soft pink walls. It's all about creating a moment in your home, a little slice of drama that captures your eye and your attention. And finally, repetition. This is probably one of the easiest and most fun ways to bring a maximalist feel to your space. You'll see designers use this trick over and over again, whether it's with a collection of artwork hung gallery style, or a bunch of fabulous throw pillows in different fabrics. Repetition cranks up the volume and brings a lively energy into any room. Maximalism is all about embracing a mix of patterns, and it's such a fun way to add personality to your home. So what's the secret to using all these patterns together? It's all about the artful mix and match. One tried and true way to mix patterns successfully is through the repetition of color. Pick a few colors you love and repeat them throughout different patterns in the room to create a sense of cohesion. You can also repeat motifs, like a floral or a geometric, to tie everything together. So trust your instincts, have fun with your choices, and let your personality shine through. After all, your home should be a reflection of you, filled with things that make you happy, and patterns are just one of the many ways to do that. If you want to achieve that maximalist flair in your home, layering is hands down the best tool in your design toolbox. But here's the thing. While not every layered room is maximalist, you'll find that just about every maximalist room has layers. Lots of them. When your eyes travel around a maximalist room, they pick up on elements grouped in clusters. The massed decorative pillows on a gorgeous patterned sofa or chair, the glossy lacquered walls that are offset by lush window treatments, or a beautiful hand-stenciled geometric floor. Everything has a place, and everything adds a little bit of magic. Then there are collections. Collections are the heartbeat of a maximalist room. Books are a personal favorite. They're not just decor. They tell a story about who you are and what you love. When you mix them with personal mementos like family photos or an object from your travels, you create a narrative that makes your space feel truly lived in. And that's the secret sauce of decorating. When a maximalist room is layered correctly, it feels effortless, even though a lot of thought went into it. Every finish, material, furnishing, and object strikes a balance that just feels right. Layering is about telling your story piece by piece. Start with what you love, build slowly, and let your space evolve with you. Now every room has 6 surfaces: the 4 walls, the floor, and the ceiling. Together, these 6 surfaces create the envelope where all your maximalist ideas can come to life. Let's start with the floor. The floor is often referred to as the 5th surface of a room, and it's got one big job. It has to be durable. It needs to hold up against the daily hustle and bustle, from kids running around to pets having their fun. And here's the great thing about maximalist pattern floors: they hide a multitude of sins. Now let's not forget the ceiling, the 6th surface. Ceilings are often the most neglected part of a room, but they shouldn't be. A well-designed ceiling can completely transform the feel of a space. There's so much potential up there. Something to keep in mind: not every surface in a maximalist room needs to be over the top. In fact, the best maximalist spaces strike a balance. Some surfaces can be bold and make a statement, while others should be more subdued. It's all about creating a balance between pattern, color, and texture that allows your eyes to travel comfortably around the room. Hopefully you're feeling inspired, and don't be afraid to borrow a few ideas from these bold, beautiful spaces. Add a pop of unexpected color here, a mix of patterns there, whatever makes your heart and eyes happy. After all, isn't that what design is all about? Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe for more design inspiration coming your way. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know what your favorite part of the Maximalist Interiors were. Until next time, keep living beautifully.